'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through Gotham City not a creature was stirring, not even Catwoman's kitty. The criminals hid in the hideouts in fear, hoping that Batman wouldn't come anywhere near. Robin was nestled all snug in his bed, while visions of Batgirl danced in his head. And Alfred in his apron, and I in my suit, prepared for a night of giving evil the boot. When from Arkham Asylum there arose such a clatter, I had to find Gordon to see what was the matter. Away from the Batcave I drove in a flash, wondering whose face I was going to smash. Later, atop the roof of Gotham's PD HQ, the Commissioner stands waiting to meet you-know-who. When what to his wandering eyes should appear but Batman, decked out in his crime-fighting gear.
"It'll be a long night,"
said the Crusader who's caped.
"I need a list of all the inmates who've escaped."
It's a mighty long list. We don't know quite who to blame.
He pulled out a notepad and recited their names.
There's Riddler and Bane, Joker and Harley Quinn, Two-Face, Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, and Penguin.
I leaped off the building, my cape billowed mid-fall. I would stop all these villains, all of them, all. Towards Arkham I glided, not knowing what dangers I'd face, but I couldn't let madmen like these run all over the place. I knew Riddler'd be easiest, he'd leave me a clue. I just have to decipher it to know what to do. Outside the asylum, a letter awaits. A riddle, it seems, has been tied to the gates.
"What kind of bird knows how to write?"
A penguin! So that's where they're heading tonight. I sped off into the night towards Cobblepot's lair, knowing my entire rogues gallery was there. Atop of the hideout, two strange villains stood. Whatever they're up to, it sure isn't good. I took down Harvey Dent with a batarang to the bad side of his face, and a quick right hook put Mr. Freeze in his place. I crept in through an air duct, using all of my stealth. It's amazing the training you can receive with great wealth. Two criminal women stood in the foyer. I drop-kicked Poison Ivy, and Harley screamed, "Mr. J!" He was dressed all in red fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with dried blood and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a clown who had already cracked. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how scary. Of all the villains I faced, of him I'm most wary.
"Hello, Batsy!"
he shouted.
"I was hoping you'd show. You're just in time for the big Christmas show."
"You're finished, Joker,"
I said with a growl. Suddenly, something hit the side of my cowl. A dizzy sensation, followed by pain. Only one man can punch that hard, the giant called Bane. I dodged and I ducked, and I dived and I dipped. A boot to the solar plexus, and the mighty man tipped. I grabbed Penguin's umbrella, and I gave him a whack. Right in the gut, he fell down, screaming, "Ack!" The Riddler ran, but I'll get him all in due time. For now, I must deal with the clown prince of crime.
"I know you must think this routine's overplayed, but I poisoned the balloons for the Christmas parade. Once the gas is released, oh, the people, they'll laugh. But they might not all die. Perhaps only half."
I grapple the ceiling, I jump and I swing. I kick him right in the face. Oh, the joy that it brings. Then he just laughs, with a gleam in his eyes.
"This will never be over until one of us dies."
The criminals are tied up. Justice has finally been dealt. I touch a small button on my utility belt. The Batplane hovers down by the roof and it lowers. I have to be quick to save all the parade goers. I take off to the sky, the sun finally arising. Is it already dawn? I find this surprising. I've stopped the criminals. They've gotten their warning.
"Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good morning."
And to all of you capers, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us at PodCapers. the official podcast for a place to hang your cape. Have a good time and have an even better new year. Cue the music!